Welcome back, everybody, to TIC Talks, a space where we uplift voices, share stories of healing, and center for community. As we enter the holiday season, we know this time of year can bring a mix of emotions, joy, reflection, and sometimes even heaviness. Today's episode is about resilience, hope, and finding purpose in unexpected places. We are honored to welcome our guest, Angel Garcia Nunez, also known as the Blind Bandit. Angel is a survivor, an athlete, and a trailblazer, the first ever blind bronco rider competing in rodeos across the country. After surviving a suicide attempt that resulted in blindness, Angel began a journey of healing through therapy and time spent with horses, a connection that ultimately led him back into the rodeo arena. Angel, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So before we dive in, kind of just give us a little bit about, how much you're willing to share of your story, and how you kind of got the nickname the Blind Bandit.
Well, I'm an open book, so I answer any question. Like, I have no issues answering them.
Awesome.
I feel like that's the best way to answer questions, is just giving them the real deal behind it.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Awesome. So give us a little bit of the story of, your healing journey after your attempt of suicide, and if you want to go into that story as well.
Yeah, so back in the end of 2019, going into 2020, I had a best friend, brother, named Antonio, who I've talked about a lot. And he was going through some tough times as well, but he didn't reach out to anybody, or he didn't talk and let anyone know what he was going through. And so I used to talk to him every day, and then every other day, to then every other week, and just slowly just stopped talking. And I was working at the time in Phoenix welding, and I was at work, and my buddy called me and just broke the news to me that he had jumped off a crane and committed suicide. And it was a hard phone call to hear, and it just flipped my world upside down after that. And battling the demons began.
Yeah.
And so I started drinking a lot every day. Not like a 6-pack, not like a 12-pack, like 24-pack. And just not good stuff, what I needed to be doing. But I felt that was the only thing that was a pain reliever and took my mind off of things in the moment. But did it truly? No. I thought it did. I just used it to numb my feelings.
Yeah.
And so I went on doing that for about a year and some change, and I just kept a fake smile. I was real good at it. And one day I went to work, and I was laying some good welds that day, May 5th, 2021. And I went to work, came home, and did the same thing that I was doing every other day. It was just drinking and falling asleep on the couch, waking up at 2 a.m. like, oh. But that day was different, so I drank too much, ended up blacking out, don't remember it. FaceTimed a girl. We weren't together at the time, but I had dated her for 6 years, so she knew me pretty well. And I called her, FaceTimed her, and I guess I was crying, and I was playing with the gun, and I was putting it in my mouth and just doing the wrong things that it's crazy just to think about that I did that. And so when she saw that, she instantly knew, like, I need to get there. And I was crying. I was just telling her I'm done feeling like this. And I don't want to be here and I'm ready to check out. So, yeah, on FaceTime, I held the gun up to my head and pulled the trigger, and damn, my phone fell to the ground, and she's telling me to pick it up, and she was going to call the cops, and I didn't pick it up because I was laid out.
Yeah.
And, yeah, she got to my door, or she was on her way to my house. I just didn't know that. And so when she got there, my door was locked, and she broke my window and unlocked it, opened it, and saw me and sprawled into action. And yeah, I wouldn't be here if it was for like her in that moment, you know.
Yeah.
Like, she saved me. She got a towel, compressed my head. I mean, her mom was an ER nurse, so she kind of knew what to do without like knowing she knew how to do it.
Yeah.
It was just something that came second nature for her, I think, in the moment. And then, yeah, so she gets there, and I'm somewhat conscious. I don't know how, but I was, because I remember the cops. So the cops got there, and they thought they were coming to a homicide. So they thought she shot me, but she showed them the messages and the call, and yeah, it was like proof was there. And I remember them sitting me up, and she was like, "What are you doing? Lay him down, like he's bleeding." Like,
Yeah.
And so they did. Paramedics got there, loaded me onto the stretcher, and carried me out. And I remember, yeah, when I was getting carried out, just saying like, she didn't do it. Like, she didn't do it. It was me. And yeah, they loaded me up. And last thing I remember was just hearing sirens. And I didn't wake up for a few weeks. I was in a coma. Had a couple major surgeries to patch up the hole. And yeah, they had to put like a bridge in my nose because it was shot out. Plates on the side of my face. Yeah, and so when I woke up, I was scared. Didn't know what happened. I couldn't see, and they told me what happened, but I was in complete denial about it. I didn't want to accept that I did that.
Yeah.
And so it took me a couple days, you know, just laying there thinking, because I was doing a lot of thinking. And yeah, I came to it and said, you know what, you did do that, but you got two options. You can feel sorry for yourself, be nothing, and just be another person with disabilities that, you know, or you make something out of it, go out, prove to yourself, and mainly just to yourself, that, you know, you can still do things no matter what's wrong with you. And at the time, I didn't know that. Like, I didn't truly believe it, but I believed it enough to where I was like, I've been through some stuff in life. Like,
Yeah.
I've gotten knocked down and got back up, but this is kind of the same, but not really. Like, different. Like, I can't see. Like, won't ever see again for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just said, nah, we gonna strap down and do this. So yeah, I remember telling them, like, I'm not rolling out of a wheelchair in this hospital. I said, I'm gonna walk out.
Yeah.
And I walked out, and then came back down to Tucson. I moved in with my mom, so I was living in Tempe. And see, I was just adjusting to being blind, and sorry, it was hard. A lot of frustrating days, but it's one thing.
Yeah.
Can't give up. Just gotta keep going, because You know, I thought I had it at hard at the time, but there's other people that had it harder. You know, like there are people that can't walk,
Mm-hmm.
they can't see, hear. Like there's people out there like that are vegetables, and just getting frustrated over the small stuff, like not being able to plug my phone charger into the wall outlet.
Yeah.
Like little things like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was getting real bored at home because it was hard going from working every day to just not having that anymore.
Yeah.
And it sucked. And luckily I had a friend who was right across the street, and she was working at a equine therapy ranch called Heart of the Horse off Tango Verde and Houghton.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she reached out to my mom and was like, "Hey, Angel needs to get out here. Like, I think it'll be good for him. He just needs to do it, and he'll know if this is what he wants."
Yeah.
And my mom told me that, and I was like, "Heck yeah! Like, let's go, let's go over there." And so we did, and yeah, I started out just brushing the horses, and then from brushing them to walking on like a lead line, then the round pen, then on the trails, and then yeah, slowly just graduated to where I was riding on my own with someone just like supervising me, making sure I wasn't running into trees or anything.
Right.
But that did still happen. But yeah, that was another story. But so yeah, I went from that to trail ride off property, and that was like my first achievement, I guess, because I was like, I'm not on property, I ain't in an arena. Like if this horse wants to go, he's gonna go whichever way, and you got this.
Right.
And so did that, came back. Then there was this horse named Jippy, and she was bucking people off, and I told David, I said, "Hey, I want to ride her." And he said, "I don't know about that, Angel." I said, "Come on, you can have people watch me in a round pen." He was like, "I'll think about it." 2 days later, I'm saddling Jippy. And she was tiny. She's a sweetheart off of her. She's gentle. You get on her, them ears are pinned, tail swishing. Yeah, you better be ready to go to fight. So they told me, warm her up, take 10, 15 minutes, just nice and easy. So I did. And I already knew what was going to happen, but I just didn't truly believe it was going to happen until it was happening to me. And so I said, "All right, whenever you're ready." So we're trotting. I gave her a kick. 2 strides in, she just starts blowing up, bucking, going, grunting, and I'm just like, woo, like I'm doing this. Like it's not scary to me. Like it's like, no, like this is natural. Like it felt natural. And I always wanted to do it since I was little. I just I did the mutton busting part.
Yeah.
And after that, just got away from it. Not by choice, because if it was, I'd still be on. But yeah, so went from that, and when that happened, I was listening to the Cowboy Channel, and there was a barrel racer named Amberly Snyder, and she's fully paralyzed, but she rodeos. She just gets strapped into the saddle like with a seatbelt.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's dangerous, I would think, because like, yeah, a horse falls. I mean, how you gonna get out? You can't move. And so I was like, surely if she could do it, why can't I? And so didn't know where to even like get like my foot in the door to it. Yeah. So luckily the Tucson rodeo was that week, those next couple weeks. So I was like, I'm gonna go rodeo. I'm meet someone.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna happen. No doubt about it. I ain't leaving until it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I go in there, and I was with my friend. And when I go to this rodeo, I'm going to find a specific person, or yeah, people. They're a big family.
Mm-hmm.
They're called the Wright brothers. They wear a nice blue shirt. And so I told my friend, I said, hey, if you see a contestant tag with a blue shirt, you tell me.
Mm-hmm.
So I go on the porta-john, use the bathroom, come out, and she's like, Angel, I think one of the Wrights they're in the porta-john next to you. And I was like, nah, like you messing with me. So I stand there, and I'm like, all right, well, you tell me when he comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, all right. I hear the door just whoo. I was like, excuse me, sir, are you part of the Wright brothers? And he laughs at me. He goes, oh, no. He's like, I pick them up, but I know it's the blue. And I was like, oh, I couldn't tell. I was like, I'm blind, but I come here to find the Wright brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, really? I was like, yes, sir, I'm blind. I ride horses, and I want to be a bronco rider.
Yeah.
I know I can't see, but, like, do you know anyone that'd be willing to help me? And I started showing him videos of, like, what I was doing prior, like, riding, like, something that, really? Let me see videos of this blind guy riding. All right, well, here's the proof.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So he's like, all right. He's like, I'm going to give you a phone number. And I was like, all right, here, put it in my phone. He's like, you know, Binion Survey. And I was like, oh, yeah, I know. He's in San Antonio right now getting ready for the rodeo. He's
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah. So he's like, call Binion. Tell him exactly what you just told me. He'll be more than willing to help you out. He's like, I used to ride broncs for Binion. He's a great guy. I was like, all right. Shook his hand. His name was Troy Krauser. Come and find out, Troy Krauser was a Rookie of the Year champion when he was riding. I didn't know that. Yeah. I just barely found that out in a magazine I was in. Yeah. But, so I called Binion. I tell him, you know, I'm blind. And he's kind of like, all right, well, let me process this. You're going to have to come to one of my schools. And I was like, yes, sir. Whatever I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all right, I'm going to send you the link. Have whoever's able to help you fill it out. Boom. Filled it out. Sent it back. Same day. I was like, I'm doing this. Like, I'm doing it. My mom was a little, but that's my mom. But I know deep down she was like, you can do this, son. Just, you ain't gonna know unless you're doing it.
Right.
So we get there, drove to Stoneham, Colorado. It was like 16-hour drive. Yeah, I show up with just my spurs, so I didn't have gear.
Mm-hmm.
So, go in there. We have a meeting first day, and Cody DeMoss walks up to me, and he's like, so you can't see anything? I was like, no, sir. I got 2 prosthetic eyes. He's like, huh. Taps me on my shoulder. He goes, that's all right. You don't got to see to ride.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, just follow everything we're going to put you through, and I'm going to get you on a horse. Don't you worry. And I was like, because prior, I didn't say this, but so prior, like 3 days before I left to Colorado, one of the gals up there called me and was like, hey, unfortunately, we're not going to let you be able to ride because insurance. And I was like, all right, whatever. I'm still coming, though, because I'm still learning. I don't care if I ain't going to get on. I'm still going to learn because I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, those next 2 days, I was kicking the spur board 6 hours a day. They seen it. And then, Sunday comes, and there's a little rodeo at the end of the school. And I'm on the back of the chutes cheering everyone on. And my buddy Colton comes up behind me, and he's like, hey, you ready to ride? And I was like, surely he's not messing with me. So, I mean, I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, Cody just told Binion you're gonna ride. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. Cody told him, you invited me here to run this class and teach it. I want him to get on.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get on. And Binion didn't like that. So Binion said, all right, well, this kid's asking for his death wish. And Cody goes, no, Binion, this kid shot himself. He already overcame that.
Mm-hmm.
And Binion was like big-eyed and just kind of walked back up to the house, didn't watch. And they call my name. And I'm ready. Climb in. Cody, I don't think Cody ever thought I've touched a horse because he's like, touch this. This is a horse.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I know this is a horse, man. So I climb in on him, I get ready, I know my head, horse stalls. I'm like, they're messing with me.
Mm-hmm.
No, they weren't messing with me. Close it again, try it again. Boom. That horse leaped out of there. 10 feet in there, so it felt like. And, yeah, the first 3 seconds, it was like quiet, couldn't hear nothing. And then right after, it's like someone just hit the unmute button.
Yeah.
And I hear everybody just screaming, the horse grunting. And I was like, it slowed down so much to where I was riding the horse and I felt myself get popped up.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember just telling myself, like, lift. And I lifted and it sat me back down. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm riding this sucker. And I rode him. I rode him across the arena, come off. And Cody come running up to me and I was like, you doubt me now? Because he said, I doubt you, Angel. Prove me wrong.
Mm.
And so I said that as soon as I got up. He came and gave me a big old hug. And I was on top of the world. It felt like, or I was in that moment.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I knew, yeah, from right then and there, I was like, this is what I'm doing. And so I got like a little gift, like some gifts from the school.
Yeah.
And they're like, we hope to see you back. And I was like, oh, I'll be back. Don't know when, but I will.
Mm-hmm.
So I come back to Arizona and I had the itch. It was bad. And so I had a buddy that I met at the school, and he was up in Cody, Wyoming, and he's like, hey, you should come up here. There's a bunkhouse you can stay in. It's free. You just got to get on 3 times a week. And I said, oh, I'm coming.
Yeah.
So I went up there for a week, got on 7 horses. I was real sore, but I knew, like, this is what I'm going to do. So, like, it's time to just all in on this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I came back and, yeah, I've just been rodeoing. I've got to work with the Wright brothers. I got to work with Rod Hay. A lot of mentors to me, and they're just the best to do it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like, I can just text one of them and get a message back.
That's
and,
awesome.
They make my reins, and, you know, any questions I have, I always go to the Wrights, and they'll tell me.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, ever since then, I've just been rodeoing, still trying to do my public speaking when opportunities come, because, you know, I think it's important to talk about suicide awareness.
Definitely.
A lot of people are going through it, and they're like me. They have too much pride, and they don't want to talk. But when I feel given the opportunity to, like, let yourself be vulnerable,
yeah,
things come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important, because as men, we're all raised don't show weakness, you know.
Don't cry.
Don't, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just cried the other day, actually. But, yeah, like, it's important to talk about your feelings and let it be known, because you don't know, someone could be going through something, and just because you're talking about it, it'll make them open up, and that's all it could take to save a life, is that little ripple effect.
Definitely. Somebody to be able to listen and listen to somebody else's story. And I just want to say thank you for sharing your story. You know, you are a hope and empowering others through your story and through your voice. So thank you so much for being here again. And the power of equine therapy and horses, of the impact that can do for somebody as well. You know, going through your rodeo culture and being through it, and, you know, it's often seen as like tough and gritty. How has the rodeo community shown up for you along the way?
Man, all my friends now are all my rodeo buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Like my buddy Chance West, he's been there since I got on my first ones in the rodeo, and him and his dad Jamie, you know, every time we're at the rodeo, they help me saddle my horse. His dad always is giving me tips, you know, try this. Gregory, friggin' Jalen, like, I just goes on and on and on, but it really means a lot to me when the ones who have been there from the beginning have seen, like, my progression. And yeah, I've had a couple, like, wrecks that, you know, scared some people, but it's just part of the game. And I think that's really when you find out if it's something that you want to do, when something, because climbing over that chute, you can, I know it sounds crazy to say, but you got to be ready to die.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. Yeah, once that latch cracks and it's open, it's unknown.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you just got to you just got to fight like you're dying. Like, your life is in danger. I mean, and it is, but you got to just, like, compartmentalize that part of it.
Right.
And not make it into, like, more of like a fuel. Like, use it to, like, nah, I ain't getting bucked off.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't dying. Like, I'm gonna ride this sucker till the whistle. And yeah, I think just, like, having everyone motivate me, push me, like, because I do the same for them. And it's all, like, if I'm riding at my best, I want everyone else to be riding at their best, because then when you win and beat them, it just makes it that much special.
Right.
Because everyone's just hammering down. But yeah, all my buddies are great. And yeah, I love where the good Lord has taken me, because it's great. I love it. I'm just going to keep inspiring little kids. I'm even trying to get a little mutton busting team going.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so, like, I know it's great. It's great for the kids. I think kids need to be around it. Just not because of the rodeo, but all the things that come with it that you learn, like morals, respect, all that good stuff. Because it's kind of fading away in today's world. I feel like there's not a lot of yes sir, no ma'am, you know. And we need that cowboy culture to stay alive.
Right.
It's a dying breed.
Get back to it. And sounds like you have a really good support system, and trying to build support system for others too, which is needed with people going through mental health issues. So since we're in the holiday season, 'tis the season, you know, this is a time for people to reflect based on, you know, the whole year, the new year coming up, New Year's resolutions. For yourself, besides just rodeo, what are some other ways you keep yourself grounded and centered throughout the whole year?
Working out. I gotta work out. keeps me sane.
Yeah.
I just gotta keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Just get up, get on the spurboard, do what I gotta do, because if I get up and do those things and I know, like, I've done my things that I gotta do, then I can just hang out and not worry and just take it day by day. But yeah, just wake up and see what the day holds.
One step at a time. So, if you were able to sit beside your younger self for a moment, what would you want to tell him?
I'd probably, I would tell him this thing called life is, it's a journey. We don't know how it's going to go or how it all plays out, but if you can just take it one day at a time and do what you got to do. If you got dreams that you want to chase them. Don't let nobody tell you no, and just don't ever give up.
Yeah. Thank you. So that's for your younger self, but with those that are listening today that, may be struggling through their own mental health or some suicidal ideations, what's a message that you would tell them and want to leave with them?
People love you. I know in the moment it doesn't seem like it sometimes, but your life matters. And I know in times it might not feel like it does, and life's hard, but we just gotta keep going. Don't give up. People, like I said earlier, someone's got it harder, and I feel like we take advantage of a lot of things in life without realizing it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, just stay strong. And my biggest thing is, like, the man above. I pray, not crazy, but, I believe in, like, God is real. I've seen him. He loves you, and we just gotta live our best lives in, like, his glory, and can't be afraid of failure, because failure it's bound in anything. But just because you fail doesn't mean that you're gonna fail again.
Definitely. Thank you so much for sharing and opening up and being honest and sharing your resiliency and your strength. We just want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts, from me, Alyssa Dryling, from the whole Tucson Indian Center, for sharing your story not only here on the podcast, but also coming to some of our events that you've been speaking at. And if you want to tell any other listeners anything else of any upcoming rodeos that you have going on.
Well, rodeos, they pop up and we're there. But as of right now, my next rodeo will be in Lake Havasu, January 31st.
Nice.
And if anyone wants to, like, get into rodeo and they don't know how or have anyone, hit me up. Official Blind Bandit on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. Reach out if you or anybody, like, wants to get involved with it. I want to help people, like, get this sport growing, because I love it, and I feel like that's my obligation, like, while I'm here still, is to show, like, this is possible and to help spread the word and keep it growing.
Definitely. Awesome. Thank you so much, Angel, for being here. Thank you to our guest, Angel, aka the Blind Bandit, for sharing your story, being honest with us, showing your strength and resiliency through everything that you've gone through. Your story reminds us that healing doesn't always look the way that we expect it, and that we can even grow from the hardest moments of our lives. To our listeners, if this episode brought up anything heavy for you, please remember you are not alone. There is someone you can always reach out to. Reach out to somebody you trust, whether a friend, a family member, a cousin, anybody, a support system that you may have, work, sports, a coach. Just reach out. You can also reach out to the local crisis numbers. There is 988, which is the National Suicide Hotline. You could call or text 24/7. If you live here in Tucson, Arizona, you can call our crisis line at 520-622-6000. That one is also 24/7. If you are willing to come into the Tucson Indian Center and ask for the mental health team, you can always come in, or you can call or text our mobile cell phone number Monday through Fridays, 8 to 5 at 520-602-5402. From all of us here at the Tucson Indian Center, thank you for listening for today's podcast. We wish you all peace, warmth, and moments of hope as we move through these holiday seasons together. Stay connected with the Tucson Indian Center and all of the events and activities we have going on. Follow us on Instagram at Tucson Indian Center, or as well as Facebook at Tucson Indian Center. We also have our actual TikTok at Tucson Indian Center as well. Give us a follow, give us a like, and we also update all of our social media with the new episodes that come out for our podcast. Again, thank you so much for listening, and we hope you have a great and wonderful holiday season, and we'll see you in the new year.